My name is Bill Bergman. I'm the Data Security Manager for Omnicare Clinical Research. I'm responsible for the security of the whole organization. About 2 years ago, I also became responsible for the networking part of the organization. So the smooth operation of the networks, any changes to the architecture of them, the day-to-day operation, that all falls under my control. Omnicare Clinical Research does drug trials for the various pharmaceutical companies. It's a very high dollar amount that rides on these drug trials, so the timeliness is important, the security of the information is important. Everything that we do has to be done in a timely and a secure manner. The reason we started investigating WAN optimization products is that we have a network that's distributed all over the world, but the data center is here in King of Prussia, and that's where all the file servers were that the people were working on. And we started getting reports that out in the field, in the remote offices, that the time that it was taken to open up spreadsheets and Word documents was just unbelievable. I mean, we're talking 3 and 4 minutes to open up an Excel spreadsheet. So initially, we did what everybody probably does, and we threw bandwidth at it. And it didn't work. It had no effect at all. What we've noticed right away is that the time to open up documents got reduced from 3 and 4 minutes to a couple seconds, if that. And in fact, I mean, we're seeing performance gains sometimes, not just 50 or 60%, we're talking about 2,000–3,000% over what we were seeing before. Boosting the performance makes the employee's day go a whole lot easier. Number one, they're a lot more productive. Number two, they're more cheerful. I mean, their job's a lot easier when they're not sitting there waiting 2 and 3, 4 minutes for an Excel spreadsheet to open up. During our evaluation of the Blue Coat product, we initially were testing the SG client into this site, and that evaluation was going really well. So we decided to take the second appliance we had and take that up to East Greenbush and put that on the network up there. Because my associate Dave and I, we had been up there previously, and we knew how sluggish that network was. And as soon as we connected to it, what we noticed right away was that it pretty much was mimicking the LAN here in King of Prussia from up there. And while we were sitting there, somebody approached Dave and I in a cube and asked us what we did to the network. And initially we thought maybe we broke something, and we didn't know how to answer them. We were kind of stunned. So we just started kind of hedging and asking them why, and they said it's never worked this great. Like, people are walking around asking other people what happened up here. So at that point, from what we observed with our own eyes, and we were taking some metrics at the time, and from just the general consensus of the people working there, we knew we had the right solution. But then at the end of the day, when we were planning on leaving, the facilities manager came up to us and said, "You guys are going to have a hard time getting out of the building with that Blue Coat appliance, because now that the employees up here have seen what it does, they don't want to let you leave with it." So at that point, we pretty much were decided that we were going to pursue this path and buy some Blue Coat hardware and start distributing it in the field. The appliances have been great. Not only do we see what type of traffic is going across the WAN, we see how much of each type's going across the WAN, and we're constantly surprised when we see the type of traffic, the amount of web traffic. Approximately a third of Omnicare's employees work out of home offices, and they were experiencing the same the same problems as our remotely connected sites with the CIFS traffic. So one of the first things that we tested when we got the Blue Coat appliance was the SG client, to see if it would help out these people, and that was quite successful. Dave and I were one of the first 2 people to test out the SG client. We noticed right away that a spreadsheet that might have taken 3 minutes to open would open up in 5 or 6 seconds with the SG client. So we've deployed the SG client to all of our remote users,